I was out one night. I didn't know him previously or anything. I was with my friends. I put my bag down. It was like on this little seat behind me, and I was talking to my friends. And I kept turning around like every minute just to check on it. And all of a sudden I turned around and it was gone. So I looked all over the place, couldn't find it. The next day I went back to the bar and I watched the surveillance videos, and we followed it back and we saw—
Who's we?
Me and my boyfriend, John.
Okay, was he there with you that night?
Yeah.
Did you stand up, please? Did you see anything?
I'm actually the bartender there. So
okay.
I know, I've seen him, I served him drinks.
Okay, all
And that's
right,
why
do you
I
guys know each other?
No.
Okay, so you guys go back the next day and watch the surveillance videos?
Yeah.
And the surveillance videos are actually poised on, so
Yeah,
they have you in the range? Okay.
You could see it exactly.
What happened?
We watched him. He sat down next to my bag. He just like looked to see if anyone, I guess, was
Like,
looking
did
at
one
him.
of these?
Yeah. He just got up, threw it under his jacket real quick, and walked straight out the bar.
Really? You could see all that in the surveillance video. Do you have the surveillance video for me?
I don't have the video, but I have
Darn it.
pictures. I have pictures from the video that you can look
Okay,
at.
let's see them. Mr. Burgos, what's going on?
That's not true, though. What happened was I went there with a couple of girls. We had a few drinks. You know, we was having a good time. Had some hookah on the first floor. That
Some hookah on the first floor?
Yeah, they were doing hookah. So we went upstairs. They were playing beer pong. I see them. I remember him as the bartender. He was really nice. We had, we was conversating left and right. I had a couple of friends there, again, girls. They told me to watch this stuff the whole night, you know what I'm saying? So basically...
What?
They told me to watch this stuff, like I was
While they did what?
While they were drinking.
You're the guy who's drinking and having hookah, and they're putting you in charge of what? The whole diamond?
They put me in charge of them, protecting them. You know what I mean? When I go out with girls, I like to be the gentleman, open the door, do things like that. You know what I mean? Get the drinks ready, have a good time, So basically, we, at the end of the night, we went upstairs. They were playing beer pong. I remember her with a couple of girls too. A couple of girls said that they knew of them, but they weren't like, talkative. So basically, we was upstairs. End of the night, everybody was grabbing their stuffs. We was leaving. Girl was tipsy. Said, "Oh, Ray, get my bag." I grabbed the bag. 2 weeks later, I find out I get arrested. Cops were looking for me. Detective got me. I turned myself in, of course. I talked to the detective and. Basically he said I did a nice thing, but you know what?
You did a nice thing?
I did a nice thing for the girl that was there. That
what
told
was
me to
wrong
get
with
a
her? She
bag.
had no arms? Why were you grabbing the bag for her?
She was twisted. They were going down the stairs. There was a couple of people in front of her. So basically, in back of her, because when she was going down the stairs, they were holding her.
She's down the stairs and says, "Hey, go grab that bag that's over there by that chair that belongs to me."
No, all she started screaming was a bag. So my friend on the top floor was like, "Ray, grab the purse or whatever." There was a long.
Would you ever know that was her purse and not someone else's?
That's the whole thing. I made a mistake.
See, what had happened was, class, what do we know about the phrase, what had happened was? Very good. His entire story seems very, very rehearsed. It feels like he had conjured up this big idea and had to add a lot of unnecessary details like, I'm the gentleman when we go out and I like to hold the door open. Bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, he did not say that. But you always know when people are adding too many details. They had to go above and beyond to make sure they got all the bases covered, right? Let's say his story is true. Let's say he genuinely thought that bag was his friend's and she was too drunk to grab it herself. You would think if there is a woman sitting beside a purse, you would at least go, "Hey, is this yours? Oh, sorry, I'm looking for some bag." But no, he decided to just snatch it right up, put it under his coat, and sneak on out of there, like the Temu version of Justin Timberlake would.
Basically what happened, I did a nice thing.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Put your hand down. I do not need your help. You're telling me that you
that's
get
what the
told
detective said.
by... Wait.
Listen.
You are told by some girl because you're such a chivalrous gentleman that you're there to take care of their every need. So when the girl who's going down the steps,
just to be a nice guy.
you're the greatest guy in the world. When the girl's going down the steps, says, "Hey Ray, get my bag." Another guy says, "Hey Ray, get her bag," and then you just grab the first bag you see.
Not the first bag. The first bag that we was in a group with. You see, they had.
So you just look down. There's no other women in the bar. That bag might not belong to anybody else.
Well, I didn't think of that.
You just grabbed a bag.
The bag that was closest to our group. Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So if she was looking constantly or whatever, she couldn't run downstairs or anything. Nobody knew me. That
no, not until they saw you shove it underneath your jacket in the surveillance video.
Shove it underneath my jacket.
What happened to you, by the way? You said that there was a warrant out for your arrest.
No warrant out for my arrest. The detective called my family, went to my house. Basically, I turned myself in. I went to the precinct myself. I asked them if I needed.
Wait, turn yourself in because they were looking for you. So you either turn yourself in or there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, basically.
So what did you do?
I basically turned myself in.
And what happened to you?
I did 2 days community service.
So you pled guilty?
I had to plead guilty. Had to.
Didn't you just explain it to the officer that it was an honest mistake?
I explained it was an honest mistake, but he said, listen, the camera, the videotape of the bar shows that I took the bag, so it just points from the door end that, you know what I mean? That I basically took her bag. That's what it means. That she reported, but it took 2 weeks for them to find me.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did the police officer say to you when, according to you, the police officer says you're such a nice guy, and I know you were just trying to do a good thing, right?
Yeah, basically. He said that he couldn't do anything about it.
Then he arrested you.
Well, no, I turned myself in. Yeah, of course they're gonna arrest me because she.
Right. So if I'm looking at pictures, snapshots of the video where there's you like this, there's your jacket here, and there's you covering it with your jacket.
I never covered it.
Then what do I do?
That's false.
That's false?
I put
Am I going to believe you with my line eyes that show it there, covered by you, by your jacket?
Covered. I never put it underneath my jacket.
No?
No.
You want to see the pictures?
I'd like to see them, yes.
Okay.
I wish we had the video.
I wish you had the video too. I worked for 10 years for a video like that. I cannot believe you did not go to the police station and bring me the video.
He wasn't answering our calls.
I will never forgive you for that. Okay?
I wish we had a video too, because what are these pictures? Did you take them on a calculator? My gosh. So this guy is claiming that he turned himself in, right? Took them 2 weeks to find him. 2 weeks. So one would beg the question, if it was just an honest mistake, where's the bag now? What did you do with the bag once you discovered that it is not, in fact, your friend's bag? Did you return it to the bar? Interesting. So you're saying that you had to plead guilty, probably because you did steal a bag. You didn't try to find the girl whose ID was probably in the bag. If you had simply just taken the bag back the next day to this bar, we wouldn't be in this mess. But no, you kept the bag like the little weirdo you are. Sir, it's okay to want to carry a purse. These days, it's an acceptable thing. Men can carry purses, You don't have to steal someone else's in the name of helping a girlfriend. Just go out and get yourself a cute little Coach bag. Be your weirdo little self.
You see them? You see how the purse is showing in one picture, showing in the other, and then underneath your jacket in the third?
It don't show that it's underneath my jacket. It shows it's right here. It's not. I didn't stuff it underneath my jacket.
Did you look at the third picture?
The third picture, yes, it's right here. It's showing. If you see the purse itself. I'm not stuffing it.
Did you look at the third picture where it's not showing where you're closer to the door?
Yeah, I see the one that's closer with the group I was with. No.
No. I see where it's underneath your jacket.
All right.
In any event, whether it was underneath your jacket because you're just a fraud and a thief, or whether it's underneath your jacket because you're an idiot who's high, either way, on what planet would you not be responsible to pay her for her losses, and would she be liable to you for $400 for stress?
Because honestly,
How'd you pick $400?
Because I missed a couple of days of work and just traveling from community service or whatever. I had to do community service.
On the case you pled guilty on?
The case that my lawyer said basically when
that the tape was so damning, you best plead guilty.
Well, they didn't say anything about a tape or anything. They didn't say
anything about a tape. So you pled guilty for no reason. The cops didn't show you the tape?
My lawyer said it was not a case for me to, it was basically a BS case.
Your lawyer said it was a BS case?
Yeah.
But make sure you plead guilty.
Yeah.
Because this case is so BS that you must plead guilty.
Listen, I didn't go steal a bag or anything like that, if that's what you're saying. I work for a sanitation company. I make good money. I got my own place. I got my own thing going. So, you know what? You could say whatever you want.
Only makes it worse.
Yeah?
So, let me ask you a question.
It doesn't make it worse. It makes my character look worse.
For your friend who you were taking care of, how was that? That you were being a gentleman, you were being chivalrous? Is that what you said?
I was being a gentleman, yes.
A gentleman, because you treat women with respect, right? Because that's what you were taught,
yeah,
right?
Basically.
Okay, so I was just sort of curious about this statement in your answer. Whoever got the bag was probably jealous of the plaintiff and blamed me for it. Girls are always fighting with each other. How is that like chivalrous and a gentleman?
Well, basically, it's, you know, girls arguing that has nothing to do with me.
Because basically, women are dumb and emotional and only care about purses. My guy, put the shovel down, okay? Stop digging your grave. $400 for stress? She should be suing you for stress. I mean, a girl's purse is like her lifeline. Everything is in that purse. Everything you could possibly need in a night out, in your day-to-day, exists in that purse. I mean, it's basically like a magical item, okay? There's a reason why Mary Poppins and Hermione Granger have magical purses, is because they carry superpowers. Anyone who has that friend who carries a big purse knows that if they need a Tide pen, a snack, some Tylenol, a tampon, it's gonna be there. And that is a security that you cannot trade for the world. It's just a bag.
It's not just a bag. It's Prada.
Which of your friends did you give the bag to?
A girl of mine. She's
What's
not
her
here
name?
to testify, so I'm not gonna name no names. But there was a whole
Why
bunch of girls.
didn't you just ask
there.
her for the bag back when 2 weeks later you got in trouble?
Exactly, 2 weeks. It took
so
2
when
weeks.
you 2 weeks. Oh,
Yeah,
so fun. You forgot her name by then. Why didn't you just call her then 2 weeks later and say, "Hey, give me back that bag that didn't belong to you"?
I already got arrested for it. Why would I call? Why would I help her out after she, you know, accused me of robbing her bag?
Because you did.
You say that.
Honestly, it scares the bejesus out of me that I'm raising kids in a world that also spawned him. What do you want to say?
Everything he's saying is a lie.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, I mean, I have nothing really to say.
Show me the receipt for the Coach bag, sweetheart.
Do you want all the receipts?
Yeah, how'd you find them?
Facebook.
Oh.
I did like 5 hours worth of research.
Oh, that's a good man. Keep that one.
I paid for the Coach bag.
You paid for the Coach bag? Yes. So it wasn't out of love for your girlfriend, it was because you were angry about having paid for the Coach bag. All right? You had a wristlet inside of it?
Yeah, that's what I kept like money in.
Well, you had a lot of stuff in the bag.
Yep.
How did a $300 bag become a $1,300 bag? $250 in gift cards?
Yeah, 4 knocks in there.
Show me the receipt for the new car keys. I believe it that it was almost $300 because I know I've seen that happen already when you have the kind that
I think it's in there.
Yeah.
It should be in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have any proof of the gift card?
I have a receipt in there from the credit card company, and I circled the gift card. Yeah.
Okay. Works for me. Okay. And by the way, why didn't the court just order him to pay restitution?
I asked for it, and they didn't make him pay me for some odd reason.
What did they say was the reason, though?
Supposedly the judge felt bad for him for some reason. I don't know why.
Because he has to be him? He has to continue to go through life as him? So
Yeah,
the judge
probably.
felt bad?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Gentlemen?
That's just ridiculous.
No, yeah, I know.
Did an honest mistake, so, you know, I get judged for it, of course.
Mr. Burgos, let me explain
Yeah,
something to you.
you explain to
I
me.
don't know if the judge actually was so foolish as to think you did an honest mistake. I don't think that. I think that you stole the purse.
All right.
Okay? And I don't really care whether you stole the purse or made a mistake. Because either way you'd be paying for it if you didn't have the honesty to then, when everything hit the fan, go back to that girl and get the purse. That's what a person who actually made a mistake does. A person who stole the purse.
Yeah, but 2 weeks.
No, stop talking. A person who actually steals the purse, that's the person who doesn't go back to the girl because there is no girl. Because you've already stolen the purse and hawked it for whatever it is you're using the money for. So, see, the purse would be gone by 2 weeks later. So if you were an honest person who honestly made a mistake would turn around and go and get the purse back and say, see, it was a mistake. But you are not an honest person. You're just a thug. You are a thug.
Okay.
You're a thief and a thug.
I get what you're saying.
So, we are done. And you will be paying her back $1,315.38.
Thank you.
On your counterclaim, 0.
Well, as the defendant leaves that opportunity now to leave a little bit different impression before you leave the courtroom. Good. What's your feeling coming out?
Feeling is a misunderstanding, you know? Like, gave a girl a bag. I'm never doing favors for nobody again, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna leave that part alone. I'm just happy she got what she wanted, you know what I mean? 2 weeks later, I get arrested, but in the 2 weeks, nobody could, you know, get me involved in this whole thing. I would have helped her out, but I already got accused for it.
If they had,
I would have helped her 100%.
you would have gone back to the
Definitely.
girl that you gave the bag to and tried to
Even the
rectify
boyfriend,
the
even
mistake.
her boyfriend, you know? He made good drinks, you know? Don't really remember that night, so.
Okay. All right. Head right down the hallway there. All right. So come on in here, and what do you have to say about how this works out?
I'm really happy. Judge Milian's very smart, and I'm very
The man right there.
Yeah.
The man.
I make good drinks.
Yeah, made the drinks and also dug him up on Facebook.
yeah.
Now, how did you do that?
Help from my friend Lance Pants. He actually,
Lance Pants?
yeah, he helped me through the whole thing. He,
His real name?
He
Yeah.
ID'd him as one of his friends, so someone he knew.
Okay, so is there a lesson in this whole thing that you've learned?
I'm not gonna put my bag down anymore because of kids like him.
But you will bring it to the bar, though.
Yeah.
You know, there's always this air of people who get caught doing something and they claim it was an honest mistake and that's the last time I ever do a favor for anyone. And in my experience, if you are someone who your only lesson in all of this is, well, that's the last time I do anything to help anyone, pretty sure you helping was not what got you into this mess. Pretty sure it was the lying, thievery, thuggery, as Judge Milian so delicately put it. And like I said, he could have taken out her ID, found her on Facebook like nothing, and given her bag back. I actually had that happen to me. My purse was stolen out of my car, and I was absolutely devastated that it was taken. More so devastated that it was taken than my car window being smashed. But you know what? I have this purse today. Here she is in all her glory. Now, when this bag was stolen from me, the dude stole everything in it, except for my ID and some other poor girl's ID who probably got her stuff stolen. But he chucked my purse with my ID into some lady's yard, and then she found me on Instagram. That is what a good person does. Not the thug and the thief who think that it's acceptable to just take what isn't theirs. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Let me know in the comments down below.